Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this Ashton Rediscovered masterclass being presented by the Frederick Ashton Foundation in association with Birmingham Royal Ballet and Elmhurst Ballet School. As many of you will know, we were here actually 16 months ago in January 2023, and it's great to be back here again, even if we only arrived about 20 minutes ago. Which means there has been no rehearsal. However, ballet people being who they are, you will not be aware of that. It will be a smooth-running, seamless evening. Famous last words. As you know, these Ashton Rediscovered masterclasses are primarily about looking at the Ashton back catalogue and bringing out pieces that haven't been performed for some time and resurrecting them for a new audience and for new dancers. But we also look at pieces that are in the current rep. And you may remember that last year when we did Rhapsody, Leslie Collier came and taught two of BRB2's new dancers. And this year, of course, it's La Female Gardee, which has never left the repertory for many, many years. Indeed, it hasn't left the repertory of many companies around the world for many years, because over 30 companies have been doing Female Gardee since it was created in 1960. And interestingly, one of the important things about these Ashton masterclasses is the notation, and having a notator with us who can liaise with the coaches to ensure that the steps and the score are saying the same thing. And the very first Fille notation score was actually written by the first two choreologists to come through the Bennish Institute, Faith Worth and Elphina Allen. And all future notation scores have been based on that 1963 score.
Welcome, everybody, welcome. So great. I love these yellow tights, no? There's something about them. Anyway. I think it's fair to say that this is one of the greatest ballet ever created. You have fast jumps, you have big jumps, you have humor, you have romance, and it's also short, so it means that by the time that the show is finished, the kitchen is still open if you want to get a night out. So I think, it's just fantastic. Anyway, we got the privilege to have two of the top principals of BRB, Max and Bea. Please. Give a big round of applause. And our pianist today, the lovely Jeanette. Give her a big applause. So, to put a little bit of context, so this is the first thing that we see called as deux, this solo coming, and at the top of the ballet, and it's, I think, for me, it's the hardest solo that he does, especially because he always tied up with a stick and doing this impossible technique and jumps and turns and all of that. So I think it also helps to characterize already colors from the word go. And so he comes with his friends. The friends leave him alone. He goes and looks for Liz. Liz is nowhere to be found. And just when he's giving out all hope, he sees Liz's ribbon. So he keeps the ribbon, tied a bow on the stick, and that is the contest that he's going to dance. So here is Max. Good luck. And obviously, it's a dance of joy, and already helps to characterize him. Okay, so we're going to go from the top when we blow the kiss to the ribbon, and on we go. Good. All right. Breathe. I know how it feels. It's very hard. It's very hard. This is the killer solo. Anyway, well done, well done. So we come here. So at the top, all this is fine. I will dedicate a little bit more to the audience after you blow the keys. And now this one, really don't be shy about it. Like really stomp your foot more and more and more. And then as you do it, the head as well. So there, and a little bit more out, that image of the country lad. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, this one also show the flex. So this one flex and then down. So flex and down. And with the head, I'm about to start for you the solo. So that is statement already. Now, moving on, just stay here, don't replace it, and then we do the first step. So from here, just go there, instead of that, yeah. So, and pa, pia, pa, 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 pa. Okay, good. Now, double tour soubresaut. Yeah, so it's almost, the feet has to be faster in the air. It's almost like you do soubresaut. So that, how fast you could get into fifth position. So imagine if you have full of powder in your tights, and you're gonna whoosh, and the powder is gonna go out. So that kind of suspension has to be there. Careful with the hand here that it goes a bit low. Get the hand properly, slightly, that's right, good. And then once the preparation for that double tour already comes from here, and then it's up. So I'm not too concern of showing the fist that much, but I really need to see what follows from that and up. That's soubresaut. Let me see. And yam, pa, 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 soubresaut, pa, pa. That's right, that's good. So land, careful because we are a bit like that. You're pushing more on the left side, so be more in and then snap out of it. In here, that's right. Now, this one you replace. You replace for this next step. Pan up, there is a suspension there, but then you do the soubresaut. That's fine. Now, after this piqué here, remember you're looking for Liz. So we mustn't forget about that. That's how you came, you're looking for Liz. So from here, what you're saying is she there maybe? And you go with that thought and then go back to there. This is not a normal classical third. It goes to, is she there? That's right. So, good, well done. So if we do it from the piqué and see if she's there and then follow that thought. So, piqué. Follow that thought and then is she there? Yes, except that after here, I will do a step. Instead of going and back, you finish pa, and then you go a step forward. Now this one, it's a longer port de ras. If you go here, this has to go straight onto plié. So don't make it shorter here. So leave it there, and then it goes around. That's it. It's almost like the step is led by the arm. So that's it. And then, well done. Good. Carry on. And big arm. That's right. So, yeah, at the moment we get in here, and it will begin to get it all the way from the back. Anyway, yeah, a little bit. So the back, and then arrive first. That's it. So it's almost go late, but arrive first. Almost. So, okay, we did that. Moving on. So after you do plié, this one closes. I used to close forward on that one. 1, 2, and now you go through. That's right. So plié, 1, 2, and now through the attitude. That's right. And big arm. That's it. Plié. Okay. Now, that's very good. So we're going to go back. I mean, I'm firing a lot of information there. I know. I'm going very fast. But anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so we do the soubresaut. Do that. Now we go front, front. We go big arm here. Let the position settle. Settle and pa pa. So settle. I want to see the plié a la vez. This one has to have also parity because you're pointing at the ball. So I think we had to. That's it. That's somehow and plié. That's right. Okay. So maybe if we go, we'll do the second one. So mark this. Do the period, and then do this one, and then we go into that one, and then do that. Let me just see that. So just mark the first one, do the second double tour, and on, please, okay? And, sorry, Jeanette. Okay, from the top, pam, pam, pam. And just mark the first one, do the second one. Okay, and just mark. Okay, good, good. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. Look for her, and plié, that's it, good. And then settle. Good. Easy. Yeah. Ah. Okay, good. Okay, well done. Well done. All right. Great, very good. Yeah, we get it. Don't worry. I know. It's been a lot of versions, over the years. It's been a lot of, I know, I understand. So from here, that's fine. So we go here. Again, I'm going to make an emphasis in every time. Plié, we should do it, but again, on this one, so there is a millisecond of a second that we need to hold and settle the whatever position. Settle this one before you snap out of that. And the beats of that, like any Ashton, you have to speak with your feet. Be light, and it's almost a lot of articulation with the feet. It's almost like a dialogue that you have that. It's the big jump, but there is all the physicality of all that. So a little bit light when you do that. So let's do the entrechat and entrechat 5, pa. That's it. 1, 2. Okay, the last time we did that, and it's in the video, we start with the right. You remember the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now pick up the leg from here. So you settle here. The first thing that follows is this leg. 1, 2, 3. This leg go follow the weight. Use your weight so that then you could do that step. If you make up with the weight first, you don't see that nuance. Led by the feet. Let me just see. Led by, that's it, that's right. Good, well done, Max, that's right. We got that, I love that detail. Now, the other one is find the audience in here. Find the audience. Very much. It's part of carrying the narrative. The narrative is this. So the more you find the narrative, it's better. Yeah? So try not to linger here so much. So find the audience. That's right. Now relax on this one. This one, relax. So you're here. Now there is a relax before that develop. Little bit relax. Yeah, well, it's a tense. You all like, I know, it's a very hard solo. It's the hardest, actually. And pa. That's it. Now, ideally, I didn't do it, but I'm going to try to see if you can. Okay? Ideally, it should be one of those tire-bouchon finish up, if you can. You could start in front also, and then go back. It's my wrong side, so I play safe. But if you could just give me 3 periods and maybe stay up, 3 up. Try. 1, 2, 3 up. Good. Now, very good. We have time to work. By the way, they haven't prepared that much for this. They're doing fantastically well. Huh? So, but we have a lot of time for it. So, okay, that's fine. So what follows is more Fille instead of the hop. So, pan, Fille, and now, pa-yam, pa. Now, and this one here is almost light here, very light, no effort, very light cabriole, almost like you looking at your feet and telling everybody, look at my feet, which you could say, because you have lovely feet. So look at my feet. Then all of this is what we say, articulation. Make sure that those beats are, wherever beat you do. Okay, good. Can we do the cabriole first? So you do it. The period, you finish in balance, and you're going to do Fille. Fille, cabriole up, and up, pan, 1, 2. That's it. 1, 2, well done. Beat, very good. Beats very good. Now here, I need this. So you go softer, even though you carry the stick. This, make sure that you lead by this coup de pied up so that the body stays almost, you see, that's it. So don't go as one block, but start doing the soutenu. You lift the body, and then you complete it so that's right. You have to go down, stay, and then up, and finish there. And then plie, and then hop into cabriole. Let me just see that soutenu. Say that you finish in coup de pied, you're going to do the soutenu. And relax, pa, that's it, good. That's it, and this one, light, and looking at the, yeah, that's right.
So like the eye line's down there.
Yes, it's that, yeah, it's like a little bit sense of style, and so instead of just being, because also it takes away and makes your dance lighter. Young and light, it's light. You're communicating, you're saying how happy you are, that you find that Lisa give you a sign, and you're dancing with her. Oh, she left this for me, and all of that has to be throughout. If you keep that would be okay. Now, on to the hop, 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 hop. The main event of the solo. So this is the very last hop, 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 hop. I got the signal. Okay, right, I'm gonna finish now. Okay, so leading into maybe pam, pam, param, pam, 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 from there, and pick it up from.
First time or second time?
Second time? Second time. And go. Good. Up. That's it. And up. And up. Up. And. Okay, well done. And that's the solo. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think that's it. That's it for us. I think that's it. That's it. Okay. You know, I did this, I did that, and then I left it in second.
Okay.
I think, this is it's a killer. So, but if once you let go, you could maybe just do that, and then just finally it's a normal, free yourself from going, so that you have as much as you can. And this one, I think probably instead of, maybe I will ask back. So, bang, rang. I think it's a longer that finish. Yeah, it's a better finish. To the ball, to the ball. Closer to the, yes, that's it, something like that. Okay, thank you. That's the very first solo of the evening. So thank you, Max.
Hello, everyone. So I danced Lee's for my school graduation show, and Sir Frederick Ashton coached me in that process. And I had the wonderful repetiteur, Lynn Wallace, with me, helping me for that. And obviously what I hope to bring to this session today and to Beatrice is to tell you some of the things that Sir Fred told me when he was coaching me. And he never, ever I can't remember anyway him ever talking about my legs. He didn't do kind of steps, yes? His corrections to me, his feedback, was always about the hands, the arms, the head, the face. It was always to do with the dynamics of the step rather than the actual step itself. So I'm hoping that my experience of dancing the role for many years as well, that I can bring some of that to you as well. So that's what I'm hoping tonight, to pass on those words that he gave to me in rehearsal. Thank you. So, Act 2, we're going to do the Fanny Elssler solo from Act 2. So, starting in the corner. I think it might be best if I stand by the piano. Stay here. Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, you can't see, sorry. I'm going on the other side because now I can't see. Sorry. Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll stop right there, rather than making you do it all. Okay, so the first thing to do is you need to be much more happy that you're about to do this solo. So when you start here, really give it some welly into the, yes, so you back and out. Yay, I'm about to dance for everybody. Okay, so a really nice, big, strong introduction there. When you do the gallop into the jump, you want to look upstage slightly. So you're looking upstage so that you can come back round to the audience on the actual jump. And this was another place that is very Ashton, because it's very much to do with the neckline when you are taking that head away from the audience. So it's not just the idea that you're turning away, you've got this kind of length in the neck. I'm just going to digress a moment and tell you about something he told me in the mime scene. So in the mime, when Colas has come out of the straw, sorry if you haven't seen it, that's a bit of a spoiler, he kisses you going up your arm to your neck. And when we were rehearsing it with Bruce, he didn't want Bruce to kiss me on the back of my hand. He asked him to turn the palm, and he wanted the kiss to be on the wrist, in the elbow, and on the neck. And he said it would be where a lady would spray her perfume, which I thought was rather lovely. And basically it was the erogenous zones. And so I think you can bring a little bit of that feedback into the beginning of this step. So once you've done your lovely hey, yes, as you turn your head away, get that lovely feeling like you've squirted your perfume, yes? Yada. And then you did a beautiful jump, a really buoyant jump is what you want for an Ashton work. So you don't want to think of the jeté, obviously means to throw, but we don't want the throw too much forwards. We want that sort of upwards. Yes, okay, brilliant. So that's the first thing. You did the little step in the corner here. You need to practice it without any arms for a moment. So I know, which is really hard to do. So when you've landed your jeté, it's like a little Fille, and take your right side into it. Now you're going to come round with your left side, and try not to put that's much lower. It's basically just here into fifth. It's like a soutenu. Fille, soutenun's too high. Yeah, it's too high, the leg. Yeah, you don't need much of a leg. Yeah, so here and fifth. As it go fifth. Yeah, so you go here and fifth. It's not really a rond de jambe, it's a soutenu, yes? And from there, that leg doesn't really need to touch the floor because you're going to step straight de côté into that arabesque. No, it's not a renversé, it's a soutenu. Yeah. Okay, chum, chum, chum. Okay, don't put your foot on the floor. So go this way, that way, step. Yeah, this way, that step. Yeah, that's better. So the turn almost doesn't finish. Yes. So from here, there, as you come round this bit, you're stepping into the releve. Bum. That's it, yeah, okay. So just try it without your arms. And left side, right side. Yeah, let's see your sides work more. You're too static. Yeah, this is Ashton, yeah. Side, side, and up. Yeah, use your side. Yeah, go on, use your sides, and that's getting there, isn't it? Now you can use your arms and feel great. Yeah? So it's the lovely stretch. And that side, go on, use your side, and jump. Yeah, that's nice, lovely, okay. So from the arabesque, you want to think 2 feet on the floor. I think there was a slight da-da as you came round. Da. So there, 2 feet up. Yeah, almost like a little jump. 2 feet, that's it, that's better. Exactly. Should we try the diagonal? From the beginning. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Turn. Put your side into it. Okay, let's do that little bit. Okay, good. All right, that's really nice, but you need to be a little bit more abandoned in this part. So his correction to me on this part was that he never wanted to see the back of my head. So after you've come round here on the step together, you've got to really throw yourself. Imagine you've got some ribbons in your hands, yes, and throw them round a bit like your Act 1 solo, yes, kind of whoosh with the arms, and get to the front and a double hop. Yes, 2 hops there on point. Da, da, yeah. And a hop, 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 double hop, yeah. And hop, hop, and hop, hop. Oh, yeah, strong ankles. Yeah. Don't bend your knee too much. Yeah, it's not much. You don't need to bend. It's just a little staccato. Hop, hop. Yeah, you're on too much of a bent knee there. Posing onto a straight leg. Okay, hold on. Yeah, kind of keep it, I don't know, there's a lot of plie going on. You don't need quite so much plie. No, go down, up, up. Sorry, a releve. Sorry. Down, up, up, where's it? Okay. Yeah. I think you just need to let it go a little bit more. Okay. Try again from the beginning and add in that diagonal. Thank you. Front. Okay, that's really much nicer. A little bit more attack on your releves and try and hold still. Yes, try and really find your balance on them. Yes, if you can take a moment to balance, you get that lovely Ashton sort of moment of stillness that is contrasting with the moving parts before. I still think you can throw it a little bit more on these. Yeah, a bit careful. Yeah, but you'll get used to doing them. Okay, so you've done here. Shall we move on to the penché? Thank you. Moving on. Lamp faster, please. And let's stop again. Okay, let's stop there. Sorry, I keep stopping you. Okay, all right. It needs to be a little bit speedier, please, when we get to this bit. Okay, so the penché was beautiful, lovely. It's quite a difficult moment to take the posé and to do. I always think it's like a bit like the Rose d'Arge when you do that posé. And yeah. So you've got that. When you do the next arabesque, just let it go, yes? So from this one, you want to be much more, yeah, and it falls down onto your knee. Yes, that's right. Good. And so once you've fallen onto the knee, though, just be a little bit more round the corner here. Don't throw it away. And he really liked a fast ending to that circle. That was something he took me through a few times. So, and fast, don't slow up. Yeah, and fast. There you go, that's it, yes, correct. And then you've got to sway the next arabesque. So once you've done your fast, you've got here, yeah, it's got to go like, yeah, that's it, yeah, and quite high the arm when to finish that one. Yes, that's it, yeah. And there's a jeté in there. There's a jeté before the posé. So here, jeté, and then the posé. Yeah. Little Russian pas de chat thing. Yeah. And Russian pas de chat, and yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's it, okay. Now these have to really turn, but they also sway. Yes, so turn and cha, that's it, cha. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's go from the penché one more time. Let it go. Don't be late. Now. Cha, jump. Okay, should we stop a moment again? Sorry. We can still pick up the speed. It's still on the slow side. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so the jump's beautiful, lovely and high. Make sure you really try to get the suspension in the air as you go for that one. So you have to sort of anticipate slightly. When I landed, he got hold of my fingers and he pulled them towards that back corner. Yeah, so it's not too far back, but he really wanted that kind of, and then from there it was a real snap, but without being too rigid in the arms. You have to let those go. But he really wanted that difference between that sort of head away, pull your fingers, don't flex your wrists, pull, and then back to the front, yes? And I can hear a da-da with your feet, land as one. And one, no, don't go da-da, land in fourth. It's too wide, I think that's why that's happening. Yeah, just a little fourth. And fourth, fourth, that's getting there, that's better. Still a bit big. Think of more fourth, yeah? Yeah, think of a smaller position. So I can't jump anymore. Yeah, it's not a lunge. Yeah. Jump, that's getting there. Jump, pull. Yeah, don't flex your wrists. Pull. 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 That's lovely. Nice cabriole. Very light. Beautiful. Yeah, that's it. And then there was a really beautiful turn there. Lovely. The flic jeté again, once more, we're trying to think of going up rather than being too modern with it. Yes, I mean, lovely jump. Okay. Yes, let's take it from that bit there, from that. Oh, no, let's do this bit, sorry. So you've just, with colas. Do you know where we're going from? Yeah, that's it. That's fine. That's the penché, isn't it? From the penché. Oh, you're right. And this is the jump. 4, jump. Go on. Chop. Lean a little more. Lean. 2 feet. Chop. Travel down to the front corner. That's nice. Sway. Jump, jump, down. Nice, very okay. We have the wrong floor pattern, so the second time of the cabriole should take you to the downstage corner. For some reason, we ended up in the middle of the stage there. Yeah, no. So these cabrioles take you down to here. Yeah, and if you can just lean a little bit more on the cabrioles, I think it would be nice. Yes, exactly. That's pretty. Yeah. Okay, this was all lovely. Nothing much to say there. That was lovely. Yeah. I think once you've done the relevé and attitude back down here, you can make a little bit more of the tombe action into the relevé. It was a little bit mini, yes. So just make sure you make that, Don't ever forget that this is a really buoyant, effervescent kind of feel to it, so don't minimize. Okay, here. That's it, yes. And then right back to centre stage. You have quite a long travel to get back. Sometimes you need to run it rather than step together. It depends on the size of the stage. Yeah, okay, this was nice. So you've got your 3 normal fouettes. Actually, let's take it back a little bit. These were good. Make sure that you're kind of right over. Remember how Carlos was sort of saying about it being sort of happy and, country. Yeah, I don't think you need to let the chest fall. Yes, it's a looking over sort of idea. That's better. Yeah, but be a little bit more joyful with it. You look a little, you got to kind of just go with it, a little bit more. Be yourself. Yeah, that's it. Chassé. Okay, so I've seen various arms done for these fouettes over the years. I think it's a little bit up to the ballerina, what she would like to do at this point. Perhaps for now, the 3 fouettes, you could just take normal. Double was lovely. But then it's definitely up, down, in that rhythm when you get to the end bit. Yes, okay, where should we go from? How much time have I got? 5 minutes. Okay, why don't we go from the... would you like to do the whole thing, or would you like to just practice the end? Maybe from there? Okay, let's go from there. So does our pianist know where we are? Yeah. Yeah, get right by the piano. You should be right down the front by the proscenium arch. Yeah, down there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm. Big. That's better. Yeah, now swing, jump and go. Faster. Whee! That's better speed. Go on, faster. No, arm now. Down, up. Yay. Yeah, he still did it one too early. Sorry? The underdons are up. Yeah, the underoars are down. Yeah. Shall we try, have we got time just to do the whole thing once? Are you all right to do the whole thing once? Try and put some of that in there. Yeah, faster, yeah. Yeah. No, there's a lot there, it's a lot. Yeah. Thank you. That's better. Hold it on the releves. And fast, gone, and hold. Yes. And let it go. And sway, and sway, and legs, don't be late. And sway, sway. Jump, more jump, up. Go on, jump. Don't look back too soon. Corner. Yeah, go. Hold. Get to the center. And relax a bit. And 1, 2, 3. Now arm up, down, and cha. Oh, very, very nice. Really nice, yes.
Maybe have a drink.
Yeah, have a breather.
Yeah, no, I think what they have in a drink is, I was talking to Sandra early on, how privileged she has been that work with the man himself, and how I haven't been lucky enough to really know from first hand all these many details. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I think it was very much what I said at the beginning, that he was he was quite quiet, Lynn, yes, he wouldn't say a great deal, but when he did stand up to say something, he was really, really sure about what he wanted, and he was very good at manipulating you into the shape that he wanted. He wasn't afraid to sort of, knock your head over and get it where he would want it to be. And there's a picture of myself with him before a show with Ian Webb, and his only comment was that he didn't like the way I'd done my hair. I have very fine hair, so I glued my curls on really securely so that my hair wouldn't fly away, because you sweat a lot in this ballet. And he was like, no, I want it all fluffy and pretty and girly, for this role. So, he had sort of that eye for detail, and he was very much about making his ballerinas feel comfortable. I think I said that to you as well, that as much as he wanted it, he would allow us that freedom to do what suited us, which was lovely, yes. And I was very lucky to have worked with him, for sure.
I mean, the memories that I have, I remember the very first, I think it was the very first full length I'd done with the Royal Ballet when I first joined. We were in Barnes Court, and Anthony Dowell came and rehearsed. And that was the only time I got to really rehearse with him. And then after, he came back into repertory. But I remember, a lot of details that he gave me for that. And obviously, it was in the festival hall when I did my very first run of Fille. And to be honest, I wanted to retire afterwards because it was without a rehearsal, actually. It was quite a very tricky time for us, for the Royal Ballet, because I think it lost at that point the natural base, which it was Covent Garden, and we were trying to find, you remember, Janetta, we were trying to find any shows wherever possible. And then we went to the festival hall. And, the props and the thing and the chickens and the whole, and we just almost finding all that out as you dancing as well, like a space. And I remember feeling very bad about that after, but then it grew, obviously, the show was actually the general rehearsal for me, but anyway. Mm-hmm. But so, how are we doing?
How you doing?
Okay, so you know this one. I love this part of the day. I think it's just, by the time it happens, you will have seen all the bravura, the fast steps, the humor, but then there's this glorious part of the day of romance and classicism and purity. I love it. So anyway, let's see how we get on. Can we do it from the hand, pan, and then go around, parading hair? I think, can we do from there? Ti-da-di-da-dam, pian.
Oh, take his hand. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry. This is like, sets the whole scene, really, for the thing. They've just had a bit of a comedy moment with Widow Simone, and you look at it, and he offers your hand, and you go, oh, my God. Yeah. So just, make it kind of a bit more of an item.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Follow the arm. May I? Yeah.
All right. Well done.
Well done.
Great.
Shall I? Yeah. On the very first lift, make sure you really follow the arm around as you go. And then, I think you did this, but the legs are very slightly off-center, so you're pushing slight sort of swan to them. And then think both arms by your nose, above your head, yes? And then the next one. It doesn't really matter whether you follow the arm that way or whether you leave it and you come round a bit later, but there's not much energy in the side arm. It's all the energy in the head and the body. So choose the way you want to follow that arm. Yes, and if you go that way, I'd go a bit more, as I come down, I'd go a bit more kind of aurora-ish. Yes, yeah, I'd go a bit more like that if you choose that one. And then I think you only did one arm, or they were very low, but it's kind of, think of face and up. Yeah, that's nice. And then could they have had a little bit more distance between them on the next arabesque?
Yes, and I recommend that for the penché, instead of going here, you just go with the other leg and you look at her over, instead of making it short.
And something with it, yeah.
And then let her go, and you almost go on the last minute if you want. After that.
Yeah, and also you need to. This is another glory moment. So once you've done this, once you do your pose and the foot is at the back, which was correct. As you finish the turn, start to make your back bend just before you finish the turn, and really let it go. Yeah, channel your inner Lynn Seymour. Yes, at that point. Yes, let it go. Yeah. Yeah, and step together, and fast, and yeah, you got to, yeah, that's it, yeah, and fast turn. Yeah, he never likes slow turns. Yeah, fast turns.
I
Yes.
recommend that you settle where you are at the end and try to move away from partner each time. So I used to wrap around. So if you do that period, so wrap around.
Go back.
And
go back.
already, instead of here, you just go, grab that hip, wrap around, and you're there, and then you just go embrace, but you're there, and there is distance. Could even let go if you want. And then this one is a little bit, we need to, the music is a bit late for this. There is 1, 2, chassé, pa-yam, pa-da-da-da. And then also from the beginning, the wrist. First of all, so we go here, yes, don't have air here. So try to really touch each other so that we see the wrist in there. Now, this is the bad news, okay? And I don't know if you remember that, but I remember Anthony telling me this. So when we go around, we carry her, and as you rotate, you lift her up. It's bad news for them because it's like meaning, but it has to. It's the idea that she's light and it keep growing. Now, don't move until it's time for that, so that she has the sense that she's flying. Especially in this one, you went like that and you already start moving. So try to this one on place. Now coming down, what? And then you highlight that lightness as if she's floating. Yeah? So just try from the beginning and see how you get on. So wrist, that's right. And yeah.
Leave your side arm down. Leave your side arm down. That's it.
Yeah.
By your nose
Yeah.
and by your face. Push.
That's it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's all right. It's too much to remember. Yeah, no.
But what
side
Sandra,
arm, you don't need it. Yeah, it's just a little there. Yeah.
what Sandra was saying is great, and if you look at her articulation, your job with the arms is highlight how light you are. So from here, when you curve around, try to do away with anything that resembles like that. So just trying to highlight that lightness. Every time it goes whoosh, it's almost like you're whoosh, floating with the arm.
I think it's very reminiscent of a romantic era ballet, isn't it? That sort of sylphide kind of, ethereal thing that you're after on that. Yeah, so just push the air away. Yeah, don't make it to just float. Yeah.
Again? Yeah, why not? No, just go from here. That's right. Sorry. So before we start, I want to see this nice and long, this leg. So you go there, this one really nice and long, and then rotate the polemon. That's right. Good, that's right. Good, well done. And
In front of you, and in front of you, that's better.
and arrive, and sorry, maybe too
Think
much
third
now.
arabesque.
Arrive.
And over.
Pause, and just say.
Can we stop there?
Yeah.
I have some things.
Yeah,
Thank you. Difficult. Okay, so much better. I know obviously you've got to be in control when you do that, but you really need to do that one. And then a nice kind of head back when you're doing the promenade onto his shoulder. Yeah, okay. Whenever you do anything together, you need to be together. Yes, okay, so in this part, when you're changing direction, make sure that the arms open together, so it's not one person then the next person. That will come as you get to know it a little better. Yeah, and together, Yeah, make sure it's together. That's right. All the pirouettes are on the diagonal. So you had the spacing a little
that's
wrong.
right.
Yes.
You really want to go up.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
go down.
Don't develop that. Just sorry. There, you're just literally kind of changing. I can't even remember which leg it is. Changing leg. Yeah, just step on your leg and step and just grommet on. That's better. Yeah, and sing up and round. And remember what I said about no slow pirouettes. Yes. So it's almost like not a pirouette. It's about the rond de jambe coming out of it. Yeah, step together and a throw and round. Lovely. Double quick and throw. And that's better, isn't
Very
it?
good.
Yeah.
And not a rush, Max. You arrive and you just arrive, pan, and you walk that and arrive like nothing. Don't try, not a rush. Yeah, I know, it's fine. So in here, when you do the very first one, so you do the around, so you, and then just go at it, don't curve around, but go straight. Find her back here, so that you got in here almost. So that almost projecting a cushion for her to release the leg. So that's fine. This one is fine, it's fine. And then the other one that I see, maybe her leg is too high in this one, no?
It's also like you should get right over there, so you're making it too static. So it's not stop. Mm-hmm. It's not that. It's he's pulling you. Ashton wanted the boy to pull. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. And you go shunt. Shunt.
That's it with the arm.
Shunt, yeah, okay, and you. So don't think of it as just coming off the block. You have to. It's almost like a moonwalk idea. and move and move and move. Yeah, it can be freer, can't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that one is.
Not maybe no more. She might fall, but just a little bit more abandon.
It's already too high. Then it's way too high. So just minimize it so that there is a symmetry between. Yeah, exactly.
So cover stage.
One, pa,
pull her down.
one, ta, tia.
I wouldn't be, Beatrice, it's a strong movement, you're absolutely right, but I wouldn't be quite so fierce with it, yes? It's a little bit more just, yeah, throw your ribbon again. Yeah. And throw the ribbon, and throw the ribbon, and that's better, yeah.
Bien. Good. Fine. Okay. And then, okay, all right. So, should we move on? Should we take it from there into the end? Coming from the keys and into the chassés, Jeanette. Ready? And Should we stop? I'd like to get that Ashton moment in, if that's all right. Yeah, a detail that Sandra wants to.
I'd like to put in. This was something that Ashton spent a long time on in a rehearsal. Was the position that you get to. Somehow it seems to have morphed a little bit over the years, so I'd just like to tell you what he told Bruce and I. So you don't hold his hand, yes? So you're the bar, yes? And you've got to get it so she can actually get in there, yes? And make sure we're nice and flat, otherwise we tend to hit this back arm. And you are holding his wrist, yeah, which is really difficult because you swing, yeah. And give yourself some lung capacity to do that nice pose there. When you come down off the block into this position, this hand slides forwards. This one has to be well over this arm, so it's not like that, yeah. Here, and I don't know because I'm quite little, you might have noticed. And Bruce was much taller. This was quite hard for us to do, but once you get into that position and you're here, you have to get your head, there you go, yeah, that's it.
Right,
But it was that, yes, so am I. Yeah. So, but it's that seems to have got lost. It's holding hands and just an arm sort of here. And he spent quite a long time on that. So, yeah. Da, and tia, and let it go. Hold on, you're a little. Can you get it a little bit more? Yeah, and more towards your wrist. I'm trying to get it down your forearm a little bit more. Yeah, yeah. Keep it very, very soft. You just had your nails painted and it's just like drying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lovely.
And also for the chassé, I think because it's a clear chassé and you repeat it. If you just start the chassé here, we don't see the chassé. So from here, you need to come in so that we actually highlight the chassé. Because otherwise, it's just a tombé. We don't see it. And you see, you do it for the second time. Yeah, so moving. That's right. And from the same place. And in chassé, good.
Good step out of his way. Glissade up, get on the beat. Down, straight to penché. Straight to penché. You're looking at him, you go straight to penché. And you look at him. I know it's really hard. You swing, yeah, straight to penché.
Such a hard step. That
Such a hard step. Yeah, I know. So what I used to do, because you always swing round the corner, is I used to pretend I was posing a little that way, so I'd end up there. Yeah. So you have to wait for him on the first one because he has to maneuver and all of that business, yeah, to get there. But don't make it look like you're waiting for him. Yeah, try and go into your penché, yes, while you're letting him get himself organized. And then you are actually, this is about looking at him, yes. So as you come round, you're looking at him, and then step. If you really feel like you're not on balance, you might have to just hesitate a bit, but you should be thinking of penché, yeah. Here, and penché, and him. Try and kind of be looking at him. Yes, again, we've got a neck thing going on here. So get those arms out a little higher. That's better, yeah. And look at him, and down, and look at him. I know, pose it this way slightly so you don't swing, and down. Lovely, it's better. Yes? Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? And like you might have to, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much if you feel like you're coming a little back on the supporting leg. It happens. Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but it happens. Yeah, yeah.
And the chaîné, Max. Chaîné. One. Already presenting her for the second one. So you do one already. Instead of just waiting.
Think of the ballerinas in the romantic area, and sort of you're on your twig.
1, 2.
Yeah, the more like that. Yeah, lovely. You know when he does the three jetés, one.
Try not to turn them back to back.
There's something with the arms, and it was bothering me. I'm trying to remember what it was.
That's fine.
So from the downstage arm, take it round and end in third arabesque, and then as you come down, make it into first arabesque before that. Yeah, I think there's a swirl. It's missing. Yeah, exactly, yeah, keep that one. I think that's pretty. Yeah.
Should we carry on from penché into taillon, people, so that we could finish the part of the... from what we get to.
You can be slow, but it's just going down. You don't have to be fast. Out to the audience. Yeah. Back.
Mm-hmm. All right.
When he lowers you at the end, you're not supposed to let your legs extend.
Exactly.
It's awful for you. You've nearly got your nose on the
But to
floor.
go all the way.
But
Yeah, I know.
you're supposed to hold the kneel, and it's I mean, you have to let the legs kind of relax just before you hit the
Just
floor,
before,
otherwise you
a
just
little bit before,
fall.
just
But you don't want to see the legs extend like that. Yes, on the way.
It's called
yeah.
no pain, no gain. just quickly, how are we doing with time? Do we have 5 minutes? 5 minutes. We got 5
Mr.
minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay. After this is one of those jetés that are more no high after the ponché. We're talking about the head ponché. She goes around and then you just jeté and down. So this one is more like on one level, and then she's there on the floor and you straight up. And then this one, it should match her head also to the audience here. So the both of you are there. Now this one is almost, you let us settle, the same thing that we've done for the pa pa pi pi po paran settle.
Be a little bit more abandoned on that run round. Yes. No, this is fine. You just need to relax a little and be a little bit more feminine, I suppose is the word. Just a little bit more soft and just think about that. Don't be too straight. Yeah, a little bit softer with it. Yeah, you've got to be really kind of overwhelmed with love. Yes, okay, yeah, when you do these things there. So when you do the soutenu, I mean, lovely, and then you charge round, and then you just have a moment where you go, and then run to the corner. Yes, so kind of have a moment together before the cymbal bit, I think is quite nice, yeah, for that shh. And then, yes, this part wasn't right, was it? So you shouldn't stop. So once you've done your double lame duck, you should just be going 1, 2, go on, move, and move, keep moving, keep turning, and stop. Yeah, and you don't clutch his head around his face. Yeah.
Where is the head?
Yeah. I think it's more curved, the line. Yeah.
Also on this side of her, so that she could find, that's it. And that's it. So if you go here, then it's, so find the head there, that's right.
Mind your elbows, because you're a little hyper-extended there, so just try and keep the curve a little bit more, try not to hyper-extend into the elbow. Yeah. Okay, good, yeah. Yes, somehow we ran out of music a little bit, but normally you would do a moment here before the shoulder sit, which was really nice. Yeah, I thought you were slightly late on saying to everybody, have you enjoyed that? Wasn't it wonderful? Aren't I in love? You know, that moment when you walks forwards. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then I think it's up to the ballerina what she does on the next bit, but there's definitely around his head. Again, you need that circular around his head. And then 1, 3 sways. And then try and keep your legs.
Okay, and in that moment, we're just going to say, do you enjoy that? Have you enjoyed that?
Yeah.
No, but I think you've been really wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeanette. It's great, and thank you, Sandra.
But I'm not going to ask you any questions for the moment because I'm going to let you recover for a moment or two. I'm going to speak to Sandra and Carlos. I've suddenly realised, actually, this is quite a family affair because Carlos, of course, is director of Birmingham Royal Ballet. He's also a trustee of the Frederick Ashton Foundation. And Sandra, who is the artistic associate of the Frederick Ashton Foundation, is also a trustee of Birmingham Royal Ballet. So there's nothing incestuous about any of this at all. Carlos, when you first joined the Royal Ballet, you said that the reason why, and you said this actually on this stage 16 months ago, you said that the reason why you wanted to come to the Royal Ballet was to learn Ashton.
If for a classical ballet dancer, somehow your career might be incomplete if you don't really try Ashton and incorporate it into your repertory. At that point in Houston, I have done, at that point, even more modern choreographers like Glenn Tetley and, of course, Ben Stevenson, and I got the whole Q1 repertory as well. But Ashton take your artistry to a different level, to a different technique level and also artistic level. So I think that was the main reason. Ashton and Macmillan were the main reason why I joined the company. That's right.
And Sandra, of course, you came up through the Royal Ballet School, so presumably you had Ashton sort of in your blood, from a very young age.
Yes,
so less of an issue for you, and fantastic, of course, that Sir Frederick was actually around for your graduation performance. And I do remember, actually, when in the 1970s, when Sadler's Wells Royal Ballet, as it then was, before it became Birmingham Royal Ballet, when La Fille Gardee came back into the repertory in the 1970s, Ashton came up to supervise the results and to supervise the rehearsals. And he stayed for the stage calls and also for the first night. And we had arranged a huge, great dinner, celebratory dinner for him and various other people after the first night. And when we got to the restaurant where this was arranged, he actually asked if he could have some scrambled eggs. Right, Max, you were at Central School of Ballet. So again, you had no experience of Ashton before coming to BRB, or had you done some Ashton whilst you were at Central?
At Central, I was very lucky. I had Patricia Linton, and she taught us The Dream, and we did some of the mime from The Dream. But that was my only experience of Ashton prior to joining Birmingham Royal Ballet. Yeah.
And Beatrice, of course, you came from La Scala Milan and then straight into BRB. So presumably, had you done any Ashton before or not?
I actually went to English National Ballet School for 2 years.
I beg your pardon, you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my
that's
notes
okay. But
left me.
I actually did this solo one time for an appraisal, but in La Scala, no, it's not really done.
And since you've been in the company, I mean, the range, both of you, the range of choreographers who have you've worked with, or you've worked on in terms of their works. I mean, it's, Balanchine, Bentley, Cranko, there's a whole range of all the leading choreographers you can think of. How do you find dancing Ashton compared with dancing, say, Balanchine or some of the other choreographers you worked with?
I think it looks really effortless, but it's actually way more awkward than it looks. So it's way trickier.
I think you realise that watching the rehearsal actually today. I mean, it's fiendishly difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's different stages when you're learning Ashton. At first, it can feel quite overwhelming because there's a lot of, we've seen how many details there are. And trying to put them all in together at the same time can be quite difficult and, like I said, overwhelming. But when you start layering it, and then, like Bear said, it then becomes effortless. And I think it was choreographed to be like that, like you don't see any effort. And I think, it's a real process when you're learning Ashton, and it's a really fulfilling one.
In your body.
Yeah.
And then you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Beatrice, what are you saying, Beatrice?
No, until it gets in your body, and then you can do all these details without thinking about them, and you get that freedom that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, now, ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions that you would like to ask before we finish, which must be in just a few minutes?
Matt, you've spoken about learning Ashton and the layering, how long does it actually take you to work your way up through those layers to that level of effortlessness? Because, I mean, you're doing this now, but Fille isn't actually going to happen until October.
I think that's why we started now. I think it varies. I mean, La Fille, you know, it's a 3-act ballet, and it's a story ballet, and, you know, like you've seen, there's a lot of really tricky solos and pas de deux, and we've not even touched a ribbon yet. So I think it does take time, but you kind of get into a groove of it. So we've just been doing Sleeping Beauty, Sir Peter Wright's version. It's very classical, and this has a little bit more freedom, and you have to sort of break out of the mold a little bit, and it can take a few rehearsals to get there. But you end up learning a lot along the way, and by the time the shows come, I know when I did this last time, it took until my first show that I sort of let everything go, and I just really enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, that's maybe what it was meant to feel like. You know, yeah. So I think
and presumably, of course, once you're dancing the role, especially if you're out on tour, you know, you're probably doing, you know, several performances over the weeks, so that actually by the time you come to the end of a tour, you really feel that you've grown into the role and really know it.
Yeah, exactly. We're really fortunate, actually. We do lots of shows of sort of every production we do, and having one or two it's really nice. Each show is special, but having a few more shows, you can really play with the character, play with different reactions and interactions with your partner.
So every time is fresh, and every time you learn from that show.
Yeah.
So are there any more questions?
What's your favourite solo from an Ashton ballet?
I mean, Colas is a really fun one, and the stick dance is a really difficult, but when it works, really rewarding. The Act 2 solo is really fun. I really enjoy that one. You know, you can really... It's really free, yeah, and you can just sort of throw yourself into it, and that's really fun. I really enjoyed Le Rendezvous. I learnt this one when I first joined the company, and that was a really fun solo to learn. Yeah. Beatrice?
I'm probably going to enjoy this solo once I get the right details, and I can let go. I think, yeah, I will really enjoy this one.
And how does this solo in Fille compare with when you do the Rhapsody, part of it? Because both you and Max, and of course Carlos has done the whole ballet. I mean, they're two quite different sort of bits of choreography, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, I'd say La Fille's probably more within the sort of traditional classical framework, and I think Rhapsody, although you've got quite a lot of classical things, it's
pure technical.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And of course,
It's a
it was
little bit
created
more,
on a fairly
yeah.
small person in Mikhail Baryshnikov. So, you know, he was quite small. Yes.
But a Fille is fuller. You could present your dancing fuller because technique is just one aspect. Then you had the pantomime and the freshness, all of that add to the role, and then all of the beats and everything keep adding. And I think in Rhapsody, again, Ashton, you had little quick steps, and then you had the baritones again, and all those really big jumps. But I think it's less of a narrative ballet. Obviously, it's a full evening, full length. It gives you. Then there is the bottle dance, which again, you know, it gives you, and the pantomime. I think it's just more complete, obviously. You know, the Fille Gardee, I would say.
Yeah, there's a story to tell on top of the technique.
It's the fun.
A story, props, and animals.
Story, props, and animals. Yeah.
Are there any more questions before we draw to a close? Oh, there's a lady here.
Thank you. We've got to remember that first Fille was in Bordeaux in, I think, the year just before the French Revolution. And there are lots of versions of Fille around. Now, I can just about remember the time when Ashton appeared and Nadia Narina was dancing Lise. But I've forgotten how much of it was actually a completely new ballet and how much of it actually paid homage to the versions of the past.
That's an interesting question, and I'm glad that I'd read up about it beforehand. In fact, not that much. Ashton's original idea had been to use the Herald score, which was the 1789 score for the Bordeaux production, and the plan was he commissioned John Lanchbury, who was going to, as it were, create that into a more modern score and do a few little bits of extra Lanchbury bits. In the end, they ditched Herald almost entirely. And what happened was that John Lanchbury composed a new score but brought in some of the themes of the Herald. In terms of the actual story, it's broadly how it was, actually. The literal French translation of La Femelle Gardee is the poorly guarded girl. It's not called that in English now. Normally, when you say La Femelle Gardee, the English version is the wayward daughter, but it was actually the poorly guarded girl. And I think that Ashton did try to keep as much of the story as he could. And I think were it not for Lanchbury, then probably they might have used more of the Herald music. And of course, it was Nadia Narina who created the role of Lise, David Blair who created the role of Colas, and Stanley Holden, who was Widow Simone. Originally, it was going to be Robert Helpman, actually, as Widow Simone, but after a few weeks of rehearsals, he found that the draw of his film commitments in America, because by that time he was quite a big film star as well as a great ballet dancer, he had to withdraw, and that was when Stanley Holden came and created the role of Widow Simone. And of course, it's because of Stanley Holden that we have the clog dance, because Stanley Holden came from Lancashire, where that was very traditional. So without Stanley Holden, that might not have happened. You might not have the clog dance, which is one of the most distinctive pieces of the whole ballet. Are there any more questions? Because otherwise we do need to draw to a hold. I will ask this lady here.
I was just looking at the list on the back of the programme about the masterclasses, and I wondered if they were available to see. Are they on long film?
All our masterclasses can be, if you go to YouTube and just put in Frederick Ashton or Frederick Ashton Foundation, they'll come up, and I think you'll see all of them from 2016. I think there's about 10 or 12 of them on YouTube, and you can also look on our website as well. So there are two ways of seeing them. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to draw things to a close. I cannot tell you personally how much I have enjoyed this evening. It's been utterly, utterly fascinating. And I would like to thank Sandra and Beatrice, Max, Carlos, Jeanette, and Danny. Danny, you've been too busy with the score, obviously rewriting it in the light of all the comments that they've been making. But it has been a wonderful evening. The Frederick Ashton Foundation has loved being back here, and I hope that this might be perhaps an annual event in the future. So thank you all very much indeed, and go and have a drink. Thank you.